Hello guys, my name is Amit Sani and I welcome you in this daily UPSC MCQ series Mission 2020. We are calling it, and 19th of July it is, and current affair based important derived questions we are discussing, and the detail is extremely useful because mains is coming, and it is also that prelims oriented session, and details are extremely useful because the points you will need in the mains, and these facts you will also need in the prelims examination, and the issues that I'm covering here, that the PIB, the magazines, the newspapers, Indian Express, the Hindu, Live Mint and all, and from anywhere when I need to get these details, I'm giving to you. Wikipedia I'm also using. So this is a full package, and you please follow it religiously. It will be very useful. Pocket News app is trending on the Google Play, and you can download that. Affordable courses by StudyIQ. You can get the information below the video. The link is given and the description is also given. You can call on these numbers and you can visit the website also. Many times you ask me about these courses, so you can call on these numbers, and chat section is also available on the website. So PDF you will get here, apart from the Telegram channel of StudyIQ, you will get here, and my Telegram channel's link you will also find there. So that is the case, and you can follow me on Instagram too. The link to my Telegram channel, it is also given here. So first question is regarding Pradhan Mantri Urja Ganga project. It is not regarding any energy production from Ganga river. It is actually given a name as Ganga because it's a network of the piped natural gas and the CNG supply, and vehicles will be getting the supply. Different stations will be established there, and the households, around 20 lakh households, they will get the piped natural gas supply there. So it's important, and it is not correct that whole India is covered. It is actually for the eastern India right now, from UP till Assam it is covered. So this is wrong, and first is also wrong because it is implemented by the Gas Authority of India Limited. That is a PSU, a very important PSU. So D, none is the answer. It is not ONGC Limited. Gas Authority of India Limited is establishing this network, and it's more than 3500 kilometers network, and you see piped cooking gas in these states like Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Odisha, and starts from UP. So that will be covered, and recently it was open for Varanasi. GAIL is implementing that, and the total network, the length in this particular network would be around 11,000 kilometers, and it will be extended. In addition, around 2500 kilometers, it is actually 2540 kilometers. So that's the case, and to connect eastern India mainly. And officially in the PIB data, it is given that the Pradhan Mantri Urja Ganga project is approx 3384 kilometers. This is the length. But you see, this 11,000 is gonna be covered by GAIL Authority, and it is actually for the network of trunk pipelines. But in this Urja Ganga project, it is around 3384 kilometers, and of this length, 766 is in Odisha state, and the rest of the amount is in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand and West Bengal and Assam, because in Assam there are refineries, and the gas network starts from there and reaches up to Jagdishpur in Uttar Pradesh. So that's the case. Next, the quality of education of Ayurvedic, Unani, homeopathic systems of medicine. Ayurvedic, Unani, homeopathic, Siddha, all these are alternative systems. As we all know, the Ministry of Ayush is there. And what are the acts which are covering these issues? Indian Medicine Act, Central Council Act of 1970, correct. Second, Homeopathy Central Council Act 1973. This is also correct. So this is a correct statement. Second statement is also correct because the regulation of the standard requirements of the educational courses in these things, and for the medicines, the regulatory act is the Drugs and Cosmetic Act of 1940. Recently, it was discussed that some changes are needed because it's a very old act and it's a British era act. Some changes are needed here. So they are discussing these provisions, and update would be there, or a new act we will see very soon. So both are statements, correct statements. C, both is the answer. You can see here, to promote Ayush systems, the government is taking many steps, and under the National Health Policy of 2017, they are promoting Ayush heavily, and National Ayush Mission is also going on. That is mainstreaming of Ayush under it, and different MOUs between the universities, institutions and information cell established in 28 countries. It is all for Ayush. And Drugs and Cosmetic Act 1940 is for the quality control in education and the medicine both, and these two acts are covering these important streams: Ayurveda, Unani, homeopathy systems. Okay. Next, Global Innovation Index. Global Innovation Index is an international index, and it is not released by India anywhere. So the option is not there. But you see, the information was regarding India because Ministry of Commerce is releasing this index in India on 24th of July. But this is actually started by NCERT and World Business. World Business is a magazine in UK. So in 2007 they started it, but now it is released yearly by Cornell University, NCERT and the WIPO. WIPO is the specialized agency of UN. We all know that. So B is the answer here. The A option is actually International Innovation Index. The BCG and NM, they are releasing International Innovation Index, III. But this is GII, and it is by these institutions. Okay. And as I told you, it's a yearly publication. So this year's theme is evaluating the medical innovation scenario. You see, innovation is the core theme here. Innovation is important for the business activities and the upgradation there, and all growth is actually very much dependent on the new innovations and the new patents and all these issues. So that's the thing, and it's a 12th edition because it started in 2007. So it's a 12th edition, and 129 countries are evaluated here. Various parameters are there with these institutions, so they evaluate that. And on 24th of July, it will be released in India. Next, Global Innovation Index. This is the information given in Wikipedia. Next, Ministry of Railways has sanctioned 2 dedicated freight corridors. So dedicated freight corridors, their total cost is around 81,500 crore rupees, and all this money is not sponsored by the government of India. We had to take support from a World Bank and Japanese agency Zika. So here 2 important corridors, Eastern and Western. So Eastern DFC is getting 50% loan from World Bank, and the particular stretch of it, the Sonnagar to Dankuni. Dankuni is in West Bengal, Sonnagar is in Bihar. So these two, the stretch between these cities, it is implemented through the PPP model. PPP means government or the statutory body at one side plus private sector at the one side. So they both will work together, and PPP model, public-private partnership. So this section is by PPP and other section is by World Bank's support. So this is a correct statement. Second is wrong because ADB is not involved here. Asian Development Bank is not involved here. It is actually funded through Zika agency, Japanese International Cooperation Agency. So second is wrong. Only one is the correct option. ADB is sponsoring the metro rail projects in various cities in India. So that's the case. So only one is the answer here. And you can see soft loan from Japan International Cooperation Agency. And it is also funding our bullet train project. So that is again a different case. Okay, 81% of the cost of a bullet train project, total cost is 1,08,000 crore. 81% is given by Japanese Zika agency. So that is the case, completed by 2023. Now in the picture you can see Eastern corridor starting from Ludhiana going till Dankuni. Here it is Sonnagar. And Western corridor is starting from Dadri near Delhi, and it will go till JNPT in Mumbai, the Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust. So it's important. Okay, and the length is more with Eastern corridor and less with Western corridor. And you can see this Rajasthan state, Gujarat state, and then Maharashtra is covered here. And here many states are covered. So these two are very, very important. They both are meeting at Khurja. That's important. Sorry, Dadri and not Khurja. Next, the information is given there. And mango variety, which is recently sent as a trial by sea route to Italy. To Italy, you see, we have many mango varieties. We are a leading nation in mango production, and mango is the king of the fruits, and really it's a king of the fruits, unparalleled fruit, very tasty, and we have many varieties. Around 30 are the varieties which are very famous, and there are many other varieties also, so hundreds of varieties. So this variety Chosa, it is actually sent through sea route. It's a new trial because earlier we used to send it by air route because it's a perishable item, and it will be useless after some time if we do not conserve it and the temperature is not maintained. So now some the cold storage facilities are established here, so they will send it by sea route, and it will take around 23 days to reach up to Italy, and through Spain we are sending it. So it's an important thing, and very cheap it will be there, because it will be available there for 28 rupees per kilogram. If we send it by air route, then it is 120 rupees per kilogram. So it's a heartbreaking news for us also, because we never get it for 28 rupees per kg. We get it around 120 rupees per kg always in cities. So this is a unfortunate condition in this country, that farmers, they do not get this much amount also. They get less than that for per kg, but we pay around this much amount for per kg. So it is within our country. So you just imagine, around 80 to 100 rupees, they are just gone in between the process. So per kg 60 to 100 rupees per kg, who is earning this profit? This is a very concerning thing. Next, you can see the picture from Lucknow, actually a very important place, that is Mahilapur, I think, near Lucknow. So from there they are sending it. So here Chosa and Dasheri, two important, and Lagda also, the three important varieties are in UP. So from there they are sending it. You should know about all these things. Some of them are GI tagged mangoes, and the Alfonso is very famous. It is also called Ratnagiri mangoes, or they've got Hapus or other. So these are best varieties, and you can see. Next, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, they have made a target of NTB by 2025. It's a very ambitious target. How they are going to make it possible, I don't know. I don't understand this. 1%, around 1% is our health expenditure, but how they are going to do that? This is a very communicable disease. So they have made a target, and that is earlier than Sustainable Development Goal. So before 5 years, they are gonna end it by 2025, and they have actually signed many MOUs with different ministries. So you tell me which ministry they have signed it: Defense, Railways, or Ayush. So it looks logical that Ayush must be there, but it is actually D all. With all the ministries, they have signed MOUs. Ministry of Health has signed MOUs. So you can see, because their cooperation would be needed in ending this menace. It's a menace. It's a socio-economic situation in this country, and a lot of issues are attached with TB. So TB is not just a disease. It's a menace. Next, popularly known as SUCCIE. SUCCIE is a sub-scheme of umbrella scheme of National Mission for Empowerment of Women. This is a correct statement. And one-stop centers are established under that. And actually, the women affected by violence, both in private and public spaces, they get the support under one roof. So the legal support, mental health support, and all these the emergency support systems, all are available, and it is across the country. These centers will be established, and all ages, means whether they are below 18 years of age or they are plus 18 years of age, they all will be getting help here. So one-stop centers are established across the country. So both are correct. It is popularly known as SUCCIE, and it is going on for some years now. So 1 and 2 is correct. Third is wrong, because it is actually a centrally sponsored scheme, not sector scheme. So 1 and 2 is the answer. A is the answer here. So remember some things here: centrally sponsored, SUCCIE, one-stop centers, and umbrella scheme is National Mission for Empowerment of Women, and one more sub scheme is there, Indira Gandhi Matritva Sahyog Yojana, here under this mission. So this is all important. Helpline is also given there: shelter, video conferencing facility, assistance to lodge the FIR, medical assistance, all are given under the one roof here, one-stop center. And in the mains you can write all these points. These all are important. Next, Paramarsh scheme. Paramarsh scheme is for mental health or startups or farming community, because Paramarsh means advice, but it is not the scheme for these three. This is actually to promote the higher education for their quality assurance improvement. So the accredited aspiring institutions which are there, it's actually a scheme by UGC and under Ministry of HRD. So that's important. You must remember that, to promote quality assurance in higher education. And this is actually a concept of mentoring of institution by another well-performing institution to upgrade their academic performance. So that's the case. So important points: Paramarsh, UGC scheme, and The concept is to mentor institution by other well-performing institution. So that's the case. Paramarsh. Next, hub and spoke model will be there. Means at the center, important institution will be there. All the aspiring institutions will be connected to it. So hub and spoke model. Significance and impact, you can read here, all the points are given there. Next, a very interesting question. Ramanujan Machine, and that is not by ISRO scientist. This is wrong. It is actually by Israel Institute of Technology. This is not Indian IIT. It is Israel's IIT. Israel country, they have innovated this Ramanujan machine. It is actually not a machine. It is actually an algorithm. And we cannot understand this issue. This is because it's a mathematical concept. And they talk about the fractions, conjectures and all. And it is actually going to give some mathematical formulas or the conjectures as they call it. And they will be unsolved. Means it is not going to be completely supportive here. They will be unsolved, and later there will be possibilities that in future somebody would be so genius that they will solve these formulas and all, and it will actually open new dimensions in the maths. So the discoveries are very rare in maths, but these are possible. But the genius minds will be needed. So the people like Einstein, Ramanujan, they are very rare these days. A lot of dedication is needed, so we have to see. But it's a great algorithm. It's not a machine. The name is machine, but it's an algorithm. Computers running algorithms dedicated to finding conjectures. And the issue is that a man or any human being, they cannot enter those many numbers of these formulas and all or the algorithms in his life. So it is actually the algorithm which is going to support here. So unlimited numbers of matches they will find there. So you have to understand this thing in a very basic way, that it is by Israel's Institute of Technology and it's an algorithm. Okay. So UPSC asks these kind of questions. Even they asked about the movie's name based on Ramanujan's life, The Man Who Knew Infinity. So this is the case. So next is Urban Hearts. Urban Hearts are a scheme of which ministry? It must be Urban Affairs or the MSME, but it is actually Ministry of Textile. And it is to support the artisans and the handloom weavers. And they should get the direct market access in big cities or the metropolitan areas. So for that, Ministry of Textile is running this scheme, Urban Hearts scheme. So it is the initiative by them. And this is all for today. We will meet again tomorrow with some important questions. Please get the PDF and revise all the data. Thanks a lot. Keep watching to Zamit Sani.